Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Tana. Welcome to Crypto Bible. I thought I'd do a quick update video for you guys because we have obviously had a very big bounce in Bitcoin. For those of you that have not been watching my live streams, this is something that the guys that were watching known was going to happen because we were talking about it about a week ago. It was very, very clear to me that we were seeing some kind of Wyckoff accumulation occur in the Bitcoin chart. And for people that know what Wyckoff accumulation is, it does have a accumulation bottom where we do eventually spring. So we have a dip below our previous low where people get very scared. They start selling out of their positions and whatnot until we do finally find our bottom and we bounce, completely bounce out of there. And I personally believe that we have had our bottom now. We've had our scare. We've flushed out a lot of the new retail investors. And for me, it's just about kind of grinding our way back up now. And for those of the people that obviously don't watch the live streams, I just wanted to present that case to you guys today as well. For those that don't know what Wyckoff accumulation is either, I'll go through that here with you too. So that's basically what I wanted to do in this video. So just so people can understand where I believe we actually are in the market. For people that don't know my stance, I am personally still bullish on this market. I'm still long on this market. I believe we have to make one more high. For me, the fun has not really started yet. Of course, I am just a guy on YouTube. It is just my opinion, so it's not financial advice or anything like that. But yeah, guys, without further ado, the first thing I actually wanted to do was just explain to the people that don't know what Wyckoff accumulation actually is. So the Wyckoff accumulation is an accumulation phase, which is a sideways and range-bound period that occurs after a prolonged downtrend. This is the area where larger players try to build positions and shake out smaller fish without causing much of a drop in price or the beginning of a new trend. Okay, and then just to kind of give you guys an idea of what Wyckoff accumulation actually looks like, I ended up getting a chart for you just to give you a quick view of what Wyckoff looks like. Then I'm going to show you the Bitcoin chart so we can see how well it actually resembles. So here we've actually got the Wyckoff accumulation chart, what the Wyckoff phases look like. So typically you've got four phases: phase A, phase B, phase C, and phase D. In phase A, we have our capitulation, which is obviously what we saw in Bitcoin, which I'll show you in a second. And then in phase B, we find our bottom, we find our support area, and then we also find our resistance area. And typically we can hit that support once or twice, as well as a resistance as well. Wyckoff can be extremely dangerous because, again, moves like this are big moves in crypto. So, if we get in a move up here to the resistance, cool, we've now found our resistance. Come back down, we found our support. But then as we head back up here, people will think that it's over and we're just going to keep heading up. But we obviously hit a wall and we come back down into phase C, where we find our accumulation bottom, where we bounce around in our bottom area for a while. And as you guys can see right here, we have a spring, or what I like to call a bear trap. It's basically where we do dip slightly below what would have been our 30K in Bitcoin, our level right here. And this will ultimately flush a lot of the retail investors out. And then we have a massive bounce out of there. And then we just kind of start grinding our way back up. I personally believe we are coming to the end of phase C. And phase D is obviously all good. So personally, I am still very bullish. I do believe that July will be a good month. We do have to wait and see, but that is what I personally believe. For people that don't know what a bear trap is, it's such a move that traps the bear positions, leading traders to quickly close their positions, which adds to the bullish momentum. A bear trap pattern can occur at any point in the trend, but it can be quite evident during the end of a downtrend or during a formation bottom. So as you can see here, it completely relates. We have an accumulation bottom and is the end of our downtrend. That's what I personally think anyway. What I want to do for you guys, I have a rule. Whenever I do show charts, I like to go completely full screen so you guys can see it properly. So what I'm going to present to you guys right now is the Bitcoin chart. So you can see how well it actually resembles the Wyckoff accumulation. I'll go to and from each chart, Bitcoin and the Wyckoff accumulation chart, so you can see how well it actually resembles. I've drawn it out perfectly for you guys as well, so you can see absolutely everything going on there. So let me just get into that for you guys quickly here. So this is the Bitcoin chart. And as you can see here, I've written out all the phases here: phase A, phase B, D, and C. And obviously here we've got phase A, B, C, and D. In phase A, we have our capitulation right here, right? And if we go over to the Bitcoin chart, in phase A, we have our capitulation where we start heading our way back down. In phase B, we find our support level, and as well as finding our resistance area as well. So not a support level, it's more of a support area and more of a resistance area too. Typically, we can go up and hit that resistance twice, as well as finding our bottom too. If we go up here, we found our bottom right here. We did enter it here as well. And then in regards to our resistance, as you can see, we came up and touched it here. And then just recently as well, when the El Salvador news was around, yeah, we came back up to the resistance level here. So we've touched that twice, and we've touched our bottom probably once there as well. Okay, just like here, twice, once. In phase C, which is where I believe we are right now, we end up coming back to our support area and then having a bear trap. And this is basically something that I presented to people last week, and I was expecting this to happen. I did say that, you know, it would get into probably around the 28,000 mark, in, you know, around that area anyway. So yesterday was quite an exciting day for me because it's exactly what I was aiming for. And what do you know, guys? Came back down into phase C, bounced around for a little bit, and we had our accumulation bear trap right here. We had a spring, which means we've come below our previous lows right here. Okay, this basically scares people, gets all the retail investors out, and then obviously since then we have had a massive bounce straight out of there, just like I expected to happen, just like it happens here. Come back here only for a little bit of time, bounce straight back up, and we start grinding our way back up. So to me, this completely resembles the Wyckoff accumulation chart. And, you know, it is just about being a little bit more patient now and waiting for us to complete phase C. However, Wyckoff accumulation like this does always end up in a bullish momentum. So I am expecting us to start, you know, grinding our way back out of it. So I always do say, guys, that Wyckoff accumulation is extremely dangerous. And the reason for it to be, you know, extremely dangerous is because the new retail investor would not know what to do. I always present the case of just speaking about a brand new, you know, retail investor who would have invested probably at the top of Bitcoin because he got in when all the hype was around and everything else. And then he obviously enters this Wyckoff accumulation phase where it is very dangerous because there's so many bounces. And I can present that to you right here. So if I take all of this off the chart and I just kind of zoom in here for you guys, and you can see, excuse me, you can see how big the bounces actually are in here. If the new retail investor brought up here, imagine everything he's had to go through during that capitulation. Then once he gets down here, he's probably extremely scared and he's just sold out of his position. Okay, so then it bounces all the way back up, and once he gets back up here, he's going to start FOMOing, so he buys back. Then it starts dropping again. He thinks this is going to happen again, so he sells his position. And then he buys it again because it starts going back up again. And as you can see, it's just bouncing up and down and up and down. Then especially here, when we get back up here, he thinks it's all over because we are approaching these levels again. So, he starts to buy again. But then it goes back down again, this time breaking our previous low, as we can see right here. We break our previous low. He or she now obviously thinks, that is it because it is just broken that low. We are just going to go down now. That's when you have a bear trap because he or she would have sold out of this position here, his or her position, and then obviously it's just completely bounced out of there. So hence why it can be a very, very dangerous place. I hope everyone is okay. It was very scary, I get it, but for those of you guys that were watching my live stream, I hope you guys understood that this was going to happen. We were waiting for it. But the best thing is, guys, the worst of it is over. We can now move on with our lives. We can enjoy our day, and hopefully we can start looking forward to more green days because I personally believe that we are coming towards the end of this boring sideways and downward motion within Bitcoin and the market. And hopefully we could just start surging our way back up. So yeah, but anyway, guys, that is it for today's video. For those of you that don't know, on Wednesdays I do my crypto pick of the week in my live stream. Live stream will be at 6:45 p.m. UK time today. I do it every Monday to Friday as well. So please be sure to join in when I show you my crypto pick of the week. We go through all the research behind it. And if you guys want to obviously, go ahead and invest in it or look into it further, then that is absolutely up to you guys. But hopefully I will see you guys there. Hopefully now you understand where we are in the market. It is bullish in my opinion. And I did present the case of a Wyckoff accumulation occurring starting from over a week ago now. So that is where I believe we are at. So yeah, if you've got any questions at all, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, guys, hopefully I'll see you later on today in the live stream. Please like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you click the bell icon to know when we upload a video. I do have quite a few good videos coming out for you guys throughout this week. One big one including how to deal with your taxes as well. So that would be great. So yeah, guys, subscribe, please, and I will see you later on. Take care.